All right, so we're back responding with today's video. This is in response to the video from 4/19/2026. As you can see, the video was uploaded onto YouTube and got a lot of response on it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna shy from it. A lot of the response you guys put in there, I could tell a lot of them were trying to question me as the person, as you seen on this camera. Y'all are trying to question me on certain things. Let's go ahead and go through the details first before y'all start criticizing me. This locomotive has now reached a full year since June 29th, 2025. This locomotive was moved from the other site to this site that is currently at right now. And the locomotive has not had any work. As you can see by the video footage, and also all the way across over there, the site still remains the same, still remains what it is. And as my camera person zooms right back over here, this locomotive is still sitting here. So my question to you is, it's been a year. We have not seen no work days at all. And what I mean by work days is, when does someone plan to come out with a full crew, meaning all the volunteers that are part of TRPA, and decide to do work on the locomotive, such as working on the rods? As you can see, the rods itself, still the same, nothing new, they haven't been taken off or anything. But a lot of questions have been put out. Why was the locomotive moved in the first place? Well, you see, the person that is running TRPA currently is still owing money to another organization. I will not list their name in here because we already talked about it before. But that organization is owed money. And because of that, to alleviate the problem, they decided, TRPA decided to move the locomotive, meaning I wouldn't say just TRPA, but the person running it currently decided to want to move it because they don't want to acknowledge the fact that they don't have any money to move the equipment or to pay for expensive storage. So let's go ahead and go through the questions that I have on here. It's been a year since 982 was moved. What has happened? Nothing. The locomotive is still sitting here. As you can see, in the same area it's been sitting since June 29th, 2025. The locomotive was slated to supposed to be moved on the other side, but those plans failed because as I go over here on this side, the track over here where I'm standing currently, this track has been removed. It is cut. That includes 20 to 30 feet of track moved. And the person that wanted to move it, which I will say, Micah, he wanted to move this locomotive right here because his plan was to move it all the way on the other side where there's a fence area, which is no longer there, but he failed to realize the other side of the road has been paved. They took out the tracks nearly a year ago, and what remains is still the same way. Eventually, all of this will be removed, and the locomotive will still be standing here. Let's go ahead and zoom right back to the locomotive. So here's my next question. When are work days ever going to happen? Let's see. From our last emails that we have, I was part of it, and another bunch of my volunteers that were part of this organization at one point. Our last time we have had a full work day was February 21st, 2024. This is not including the midnight move to where this locomotive was moved from the fence line to here. That does not include that. That is not a work day. A work day includes working on the locomotive, moving parts, and cleaning and doing restoration. That was the last time that was done. Here's another question I want to ask, and this goes straight to you, Micah. I want you to answer it. What is gold standard? What is the gold standard travel line? Is it your personal company, or is it an entity that's not even close to the organization? Because as you posted on the Facebook page, Gold Travel Standard is on the logo below. No one can look it up. Nobody knows what it is. You need to answer that question, Micah. All right, this is my next question. Why can TRPA collect funds or donations? Here's the first answer. Bank is not established since it was done by the last president before Micah became president of the organization. Since it was done, the bank account was part of the last president. So now the locomotive itself doesn't have a bank. So, of course, we don't have a normal bank that is part of the organization. That's one. Two, the 501(c) or 501(c)(3) is not up to date due to Texas requirements. I will put it like that. You can define it within the Texas state rights. Also, if you notice, there's video presentation on the website. Majority of it is not showing the progress of what's going on. All it's showing is AI videos. So I want you to judge, as the person that is looking at the video, why all these items, as I've listed, are not in place. Here's another thing I want to put on here. What has been established to take more or less companies? What has been established with companies as the task to get the locomotive running? What I mean by that is what companies are going to be doing the work on the locomotive, whether it's the tires being shipped off to Strasburg for rerounding or certain things going on. I would take a pause because there's an ambulance coming through right now. So let's get back to it. So another thing, most organizations have companies that are working on the locomotive as third parties to get the work done, such as 611. 611 has a few companies that are under ownership that will be able to work on the locomotive. Everybody knows Strasburg, Pennsylvania. They're known for their astonishing work on the wheels, turning of the wheels on the lathe. You have other organizations that are working on different locomotives that are combined. What companies TRPA has put in place to do work on this locomotive? As of right now, I do want to mention that website does not have the gift shop active because, as stated on the website, it was supposed to be released on July 4th. It's now July 5th, and the website is not established. Quote unquote, from what we've been looking at the updates, we have been seeing nothing but, the website is going to be established with the gift shop later in the day. Today is the 5th. Where's the gift shop? I want you to be a judge of that. On top of that, I want to mention to you guys, all the items on the gift shop will probably be nothing but the same stuff that was advertised on the last website for TRPA. This was prior to 2024 when if you guys have been following the page and following what's going on, you probably will know what that is. Where the website went under because the person that's running it could not afford to pay for it. So here's also another one. This is my sixth question. Why is TRPA having the hardest time to keep volunteers? Well, if you think about it, look who is running the organization. You got positions open, such as an AI systems and workflow trainer. You got a grant writer. You got a historical integrity and research officer. You got a chief mechanical officer or a CMO. Other positions that are on the website or not on the website, I will say this on here. Those positions, instead of being established on TRPA's website, they are established on idealist.com or .org. You can check and see on Google. According to what is listed, there is 21 positions available, which gives you a spectacle that some of these positions within the organization are not filled. That includes a lot of different parts that should be established within the organization for a board. So, last question, number 7. Where is the new home? If you're looking into the videos that TRPA has posted, it says we either have a home or they're trying to lie saying that they're raising the funds, which goes back to my question at the beginning, the 501c3. You can't raise funds until those requirements are met. Plans have to be fully established fully established in order to do all this. But they're using AI videos to try to say, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. If you're noticing AI videos being posted on the Facebook page, there's also videos being posted on the Instagram page. There's also some on the YouTube page. None of them are in front of this locomotive as what you're seeing with me right now. The president of the organization lives out of state. He is in Colorado. He's been living in Colorado all this time. He comes down only once in a while. And when was the last time? I will mention again. The last work day was February 21st, 2024. That is as of logs from people of sources that I know. So, to end with this, it's July 4th. By the way, Joshua, nice little touch that you put up here. You put little small decorations, dude. You couldn't put a Texas flag or an American flag, man? Come on, man. Come on. I mean, you could have done a better job. But this just goes to show you how much money or what is being done for the organization. And what I mean by the person named Joshua, if you look on the Instagram page for TRPA, you will see Joshua's picture of him taking a picture in front of the locomotive as it's been decorated. That was done by Micah. Micah told him to go decorate the locomotive. Since Micah doesn't have the balls to come down here and face his own people and literally say, hey, I'm doing something. You are the TRPA president. Show your face, answer the questions. And if you want to challenge me, I can ask you the same questions too. So if you want to play these little games and get your little buddies and friends to come antagonize me, I'm the one sitting here filming these videos to let everyone know what you are doing. And I'm not trying to tarnish TRPA. You need to face the music and handle this, because your next opportunity, you don't want one of the city officials, which you try to blame, saying that I was a city official, saying that I called you. I didn't. So get that off your mind, dude. You're losing your mind and you're losing everything. Get it together. Fix the issues at hand so this locomotive can get fixed. Because if we see it as of July 5th and next year is 2027 and this locomotive is still here, we got a serious issue. Stay tuned for the next video. If so, I will post it or let you guys know what the updates is. See y'all on the next one. Oh, by the way, Micah, I got one more question for you. Nice job turning the comments off on that AI video that you posted on YouTube. Let's not try to have the comment section turned off next time. By the way, I turned my section off because all your little friends decided to comment on the YouTube page. Just to let you know, that YouTube page is already open for the comments, and I'm open to it. So, since your little friends want to decide to go ahead and comment, I want you to respond to their comments and don't give them a excuse that it's not that great. I'm just putting that out. If you're a real person, let your comment section be open. That's on you, brother.